This is...
The missing miners are here! What are they digging for?
I'm afraid that this whole tunnel is the fruit of their strenuous labor.
That gate! Has it been there all along?
Digging a tunnel to this ancient seal. Had they not been discovered, they would undoubtedly persevere to the gate.
So behind the seal, there's... What do we do? We can't hurt them! What type of monster is this?
Morax, you arrive at my doorstep of your own volition. Excellent. Taking revenge for sealing me away will be all the easier.
So, the little girl is your power incarnate. But if you recall, Azhdaha, this is not how we intended for events to transpire.
Waste not your words. Your life is mine.
Barely a scratch! Go as one! Pyrotechnics! Feel the beat! Amp it up! Not cool. Access denied.
Shifting sands, no
Born of
doubt
ice and
the
frost.
mountain's permanence. Crumble.
Next on the...
The enraged earth
No touching!
will not absolve
Come
you!
on! Go get... Pyrotechnics! That was just the intro. Watch out!
Allow me.
You've recovered. How can that...
Focus your efforts, Morax.
Barely a scratch. Born of ice and frost.
Fisher!
We're waiting.
1,000-year pain!
Feel the beat! Power chord!
From rock to
No
dust,
touching!
sooner or later.
Next on the agenda... Access denied. I can fix this. Barbados, guide us.
Will not absolve you! Is once not enough? You would forsake me again?
If that is what you choose to believe, so be it. He who bears the weight of memory is destined to shoulder the burden of truth, as it ought to be.
Time to rock! For Rex Lapis!
Fisher! There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
I swear by my sword! Go as to ashes! No touching!
Crumble! The enraged earth will not absolve you! hands know not the mountain's permanence. The enraged earth will not absolve you!
Shred till I'm dead.
Crushed!
Feel the beat.
Face me! Lorax! You think you can destroy me?
Barbados, guide us.
Be crushed! Crumble!
Born of ice and frost.
The enraged earth will not absolve you!
Did I miscalculate? Pyrotechnics! Time to rock!
Shifting of sands will
Wind,
not
hear
the
me.
mountain's permanence.
Go and splash!
Fisher! There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain!
Power that ended Haishan! Feel the beat!
Crumble!
Go and splash!
The enraged earth will not absolve you!
I swear by my sword!
From rock to dust, sooner or later.
Born of ice and frost. All hail! Pyrotechnic! Feel the beat! Sure until I'm dead! Go and
Experience an eon of suffering! There is no atonement for 1,000-year pain! Be crushed!
Haven't won yet. Wind, hear me. No touching. Power core. Eyes on me.
The enraged Earth will not absolve you!
Didn't see that coming.
From rock to dust, sooner or later. Morax, 1,000 years after you sealed me underground, you return for the second time.
You should call it by its name, Azhdaha. Fate.
Fate? Fate? So here lies the wisdom of the gods. Destroy all deemed redundant. Enlist tyrants to ravage the wilderness.
No. You have forgotten.
That voice.
Azhdaha.
Huh? Kunjun?
Morax. It's been a while.
You're...
Azhdaha. The very same.
During the battle, you imbued...
Yes. It was all I could manage. Forgive me for concealing the truth, traveler. There were things... Allow me to elaborate. Heaven and earth. Yin and yang.
So there are two
No! It can't...
When the seal loosened, your power... That's when it occurred to you. The loosening of the seal constituted an opportunity to strike back. Kidnapping...
The audacity! Are you
I was another power awakened with the... I was barely conscious.
I had sensed that something was amiss when you mentioned Dragonfall.
Don't blame yourself. It's been so...
There would be no harm in it.
Azhdaha. The memories of rocks do not last long. Erosion, ground, Azhdaha.
What would you expect?
This much is true. In the beginning, erosion. Morax shared with... And so, we became you. And from your will, I am your final
No!
I am the remnants of it.
No!
Morax is not.
A lord over insects is not...
You forgot yourself. No, that which you have forgotten. All powers under heaven, rise and...
A star appears within the wild. Strange. What?
You are spent. In the wilderness.
No!
Perhaps it isn't.
More axe!
The little girl vanished.
Are you satisfied, Azhdaha?
I had to make amends. So, Morax.
I do.
Well,
As you plead.
I never did forget your gift of...
I hardly lifted a finger.
And yet, you could see. You wouldn't know the yearning of a blind dragon.
Your power is... Shall we get going? You and...
Surely the pressing matters.
Indeed.
Huh? How did we get here? We need to go back and check on the miners!
Next on the agenda.
So there you are. My men and we found Mao in a tent at the camps. Huh?
Nothing.
Cave?
They're exhausted, but not in...
Right. Well,
So you're taking them back.
that's right.
Can I come with you?
No problem. You...
Kunjun, we should be calling you Azhdaha. You're coming back to...
Not I. Once I'm gone, the true...
You always did have a...
Curious how...
Azhdaha.
I can...
Today I am just an ordinary...
Even you met such a...
No matter. If that day comes to pass, Liyue must prepare.
And how will Liyue fare without...
Even without a god above, this remains a nation of men.
All life, that's unimportant. You may live forever.
I do not pretend to match...
Were it not so,
You've brought a smile.
that day in the chasm,
A heart of stone.
you chose justice.
The movements of the earth...
Hence, my... Do not forget that I was there, old friend.
Thank you, Aid.
My life is nigh on.
You're leaving?
If it is fated, Morax, we will meet again.
Yes. Don't be alarmed.
Whoa, that was...
In fact, we... He was. Centuries may have passed.
In our last tale, Rex Lapis was walking alone in the mountains. He heard a remote voice, unlike any other, coming from a crack in the earth.
Most of the ancient geo-life forms that live below Liyue are blind, having not seen the sunlight for an age.
The voice was sometimes sad and song-like. Other times it was loud and thunderous. The Lord of Geo searched here and there before finally unearthing a strange stone from the bedrock.
That's how Azhdaha was. I answered his wish and took him above ground.
The Lord of Geo took pity on the rock spirit and carved it into a magnificent work of craftsmanship, a vivid representation of a dragon.
I bestowed him with a pair of eyes to see the world and came to an agreement with him.
With his fingers, he made 2 eyes. Quicker than words could tell, lightning flashed and thunder roared, and a living, breathing dragon soared into the clouds.
I agreed to let him live among the people above ground. But if the day ever came when he brought ruin to order, he would once again be sealed in the dark.
The dragon accompanied the Lord of Geo, fighting campaigns alongside him in the 4 corners of the world. We have a saying to eulogize these events. The crash of a spear brought billowing dust. The mountains and waters made way at the sound. The sight of a dragon bestowed with a touch the promise of rainwater blessing the ground.
A 1,000 years ago, Azhdaha attacked the chasm. During that battle, Dragonfall was born. Azhdaha, despite being the victor, he was willing to be sealed away. But as even I cannot avoid it. The greater the power, The great personally sealing away an old friend. People abandon and surrender, but I was a god of mankind.
You still care a lot.
Call it... I must thank...
No worries.
Oh? About what?
Oh, yeah. He told us about Conria and Zhangli.
I cannot...
Why? You can't even give us a thread of it.
I understand. But
You mean another past grievance?
it was signed before it all began.
How can you be...
You two are friends to me.
Would you be ready to find out?
It appears your understanding. There are many events of ages. They have been eroded by time. But you are capable of finding them and those who come to witness. If you take the same road as that person, there may be more difficult.